I don't. Okay, cool. All right. So I think we're live. I probably should.
Looks live to me.
Oh, you're on the page.
I don't. Sorry, dude. I don't remember what your name is.
Bacon
It's,
Master 6969.
So
I was like,
cringy.
go to Justin's YouTube page.
Let's see. I'm gonna go to my own YouTube page.
Now, is that Justin with 2 or 3 E's?
7.
What? It's live now.
All
4
of
people
them.
are watching. 3 of them are us.
Whoa!
Oh, he did. He counted. You're 14 minutes late.
We're going super pro.
I was
can
making
type
making
anything.
dinner, so
You know what else you're making? You're making excuses.
I am, but we're done with making excuses right now. So let's paint some minis. So I'm working on my Death Guard kill team. This is something I've had sitting on my desk for entirely too long. What are you guys working on? Oh, and these are my co-hosts for the evening. This is Phil and Jacob. If you guys want to introduce yourselves.
Jake, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get some lighting here that's not destroying my soul.
Nice.
I am Jacob, also known as Cupcake Mecca. I am working on the same thing I was working on last stream, which is this little guy right here.
Sorry, I didn't get a chance to see it. What was it?
Oh, I don't know. What is it called? Justin, you know.
It was a little
It's
armature.
like a
dude.
walk
The
armature, I think
Armature
it's called. An armature.
Word.
Yeah,
Those are cool models.
I have some massive shadowing here. Let me get that fixed. My bad.
And
Oh, those shadows are horrendous. Okay, I'm gonna work on the shadowing. You talk now.
right on. I'm working on a couple of Inquisitor Eisenhorn figures. Both the new one that Black Library did for their celebration, the little 28 millimeter one that's like young Eisenhorn, and then I've got one of my all-time favorite sculpts that I've been saving for a rainy day, and I figured today is rainy enough.
Rainiest
it's all-
of days.
It's all in white primer right now, but that's the gist of it. It's just a kick-ass old Brian Nelson sculpt. It's in 54 millimeter, so it's pretty big, and it's all metal, so it's nice and heavy, and I haven't painted a model like that in years, so I'm pretty excited to get into this guy.
I haven't painted a metal mini since I've been properly painting.
Really?
Yeah, one day I'll get into it, but that day is not.
It kind of is what it is. I mean, it's not like better or worse or anything. It just is.
I hear there's ups and downs to it.
It's just like anything else. It's like that. It's got pretty clean casting properties. So you usually get a nice clean cast out of it. But the downsides are that they're really hard to modify, and like they're kind of chunky, and some primers don't like them very well because nobody makes them anymore, so nobody formulates for metal. So there's stuff to it, but I've always they were like the best ones when I was a kid and learning how to do all this stuff, so I just kind of got used to it.
Hey, if it works, keep using it.
Yeah, I haven't painted one like this in a long time, so I'm pretty stoked. It's literally my favorite sculptor made this one, so pretty jazzed to work on it.
My brushes have seen better days, and I cannot go to the store. You think that considers essential? I don't.
Yeah, sadly, I don't think nerd stores count for that. It'd make my life a hell of a lot easier, but
Someone tell GameStop quick.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, I gotta do all the blue on this armature and get him going.
was gonna do some airbrush gradients on the inside of this dude's coat, but didn't have enough time, so I guess we're going old school here.
Oh man, we have to paint things the old way.
It's just so big.
What color goes with this blue? It's yellow, right? The Raven dudes.
What, are you painting it to go with a faction?
I don't know, man.
I don't know what I'm
I
doing.
feel like I decided it so long ago and I forgot. I think it was yellow. I'm gonna go yellow. YOLO. Where's my yellows?
Well, on the bright side, if you decide to change your mind later, yellow is pretty easy to paint over.
True that.
What the fuck you want, cat?
Bummed. The only primer I had was white. So it's gonna look pretty terrible for a minute until I start to get a base coat on here. Sorry.
It won't shine until you get a wash down. But at least you'll be able to see exactly what's not covered.
Right.
And that's a problem. It's its own problem.
Why do you always see me as a problem?
Because you are. 9
What?
times out of 10.
Every time.
I'm the best thing that ever happened to you. You were
Depending
a hollow
on-
shell of a man before I rolled into your life.
You're right. You're right.
Not to throw the, any points in Jacob's court, but you could argue that since you popped up, things got better for me.
Right? I got you a woman. I got you a kid.
I got you this healthy baby. Look at that.
Got you a second one on the way.
No.
Did she not tell you?
No, did she? Not tell me? That'd be concerning if she told you and not me.
What would you do, dude?
Let's see. Akuma, you can brush prime. There's no problem with that. But I did airbrush this primer on.
Yeah, you're gonna get a different finish than if you airbrush it. But you
It's,
absolutely can.
Yeah, I used to hand prime all the time.
I've done it a few times. It's not my favorite.
For extra chaos points, on most modern plastics, you don't need to prime it.
It's true. I don't really condone it, but you don't have to.
Yeah, I just don't most of the time. I paint in such thin layers. It's just extra paint between me and the model.
Yeah, when I'm working on like inner frames for master grades and stuff, I don't usually prime those. I just go straight to it.
Yep.
And that's just mostly for clearance, but that plastic sheen really helps push that metallic paint farther too.
Yep. But yeah, should you find yourself painting metal or whatever, primer is definitely necessary. A lot of the stuff that people just like take for granted as things you're supposed to do now are actually holdovers from working with metal that you don't really need to observe anymore, but everybody still does.
It's good though. I think it's good to maintain those things. It keeps you in a good, practicing good habits.
Yeah, I don't hate it. And I'm not saying never prime or whatever. I'm just saying if you find yourself in a tough spot, try it without it. You might be surprised.
Yeah. I'm just
Yeah, come holler whenever. Let's see if I can get something other than pictures of my hand here.
Jasmine says that I'm the worst painter ever. It's not even me painting.
Worst painter.
He's one of my local friends. He lives down the street from me.
That's cool. Yeah, this one's pretty wild. I gotta paint it in a couple of different big chunks or I won't be able to paint the overlaps on the robe. Straight up got a pin in his neck socket. Holding it with a pin vise handle.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
Looking forward to getting that on the model because this feels a little jankety.
That's my my least favorite thing about painting Mechanicus models. They got those robes, so you got to take their legs off.
Sub assemblies for everything. It's tough on the army level.
Oh yeah.
I haven't painted that many dudes at once in ages, but that would not be my first choice.
They're fun models to build, and
I'll
they
bet.
look good.
I wanted them for years and years and years. I've got a bunch of like bootleg Mechanicus models that I got from back before they actually had an army. I'm that nerd.
What's going on, DT Warrior? What is this? Tim baptized the nub in my name.
Goodness.
I've obviously missed something, and now I'm gonna have to go back and watch.
Baptized the
I'm-
nub in your name. Look at
I'm
that.
glad that you found the stream.
The Nub. That should be your new name.
The nub.
Yeah. Hey, the Nub here.
Nubstinius.
Nubstinius. I'll let one of you have that one.
I'll take it. Cupcake's getting a little old. I'll change it up, keep people on their toes.
Rebranding here.
I don't remember following this guy. Who is it? Oh, it's Jacob.
The Nub. I'll just say I lost the name in the divorce. Yeah, turns right. She has the copyrights to Cupcake, so I'm now the Nub.
People who don't know are gonna think that you're like missing a hand or something.
Oh, that would be funny if I did everything with one hand, just so, like get people guessing. Never actually say I have one hand. Just no, because then I feel like I'm taking advantage of like the sympathy of people. There was a Twitch streamer who did that. Did you guys hear about that?
Did what now?
So the dude played as in a wheelchair, and he always told everyone that he was paraplegic.
Holy fuck.
And at the end of one of his streams, he didn't turn it off, and he just got up and walked away. And people were like, "What the fuck?" And yeah, it was a real big deal because he lied about it, and he got a lot of money from people saying like, "Oh, I need expensive like stuff because of my disability." And
that's so bad. Like,
yeah, that's like the worst.
nothing about that is okay. Fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up. Yeah, I think he got banned from Twitch for it.
I would hope so.
Because I guess they have like guidelines on that kind of stuff.
Please do not feign disabilities for cash. Where the hell is all my paint?
Did you throw all your paint away by accident again, Phil?
I didn't. I just don't know where all my skin paint is.
That sounds kinky.
Yeah, right.
Where's my skin paint?
They've taken it again.
Yeah, what do you even say to your fans and shit after you get busted with something like that?
I don't think you have any anymore.
My bad, bro.
Oops. I got better.
Hopefully, you still like my personality in the stream.
Yeah, I'll be on Mixer.
Right.
Yeah, unfortunately, when it comes to stuff like that, you probably have a hard time finding anyone who's going to take you as like a partner. Like like nobody wants to take on that kind of controversy.
Oh no, definitely not. That's not a good look for anybody.
I would hope nobody's trying to mess with it.
I mean, sometimes people just change channels and keep on rolling. And, pretend like they didn't do whatever horrific thing they did. And sometimes they just turn a blind eye to it and be like, "Oh, it's okay."
I feel like that's pushing your luck.
Yeah, they do it. Depends on how big the person is.
Alright, let's make it so you can actually see this guy.
Yeah, I realize every time I paint, you can't see anything I'm doing because I like pull it an inch away from my face because I'm blind.
Oh, it's not even that. It's just I primed it in white. It's just all glare.
Yeah.
Normally, even though I actually like painting over white, I anytime I'm streaming anything, I just paint black just so I can not do that. So, Justin, have you actually had a chance to play Kill Team? I still haven't tried it.
Nope. I've played a couple of like unofficial games against friends who have no interest in Warhammer.
Gotcha.
So that's about the extent of that.
We played it against each other, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we kind of played a game once, but I don't think either one of us actually knew what we were doing.
No, we definitely did not. I mean, I was just appeasing you. I like the minis, but I'm not
I
a
just
huge.
it's something I can paint and also play with.
It's just been such a long time since I actually had time to play the games that I don't even remember what that was like.
I feel that.
I
And
know.
now that I have the time, I can't go anywhere.
Right?
I'll be right back. I need to get a cup of water and some napkins.
It's true, Kyle. I have been working on a couple of bottles of it since the quarantine started, so trust that I am still well lubricated.
That's kinky. I have no idea what you're talking about, but
Kyle was saying that my bottle of Templeton is looking awfully full in the background there. It's because that is bottle number 3 since the shelter-in-place order came down.
yeah, my area sucks major ass with the way they're handling everything. They basically was like, oh, there's no like we were the last place to be confirmed cases, and it turned out it was just because they were literally refusing to test anyone.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until somebody who works for the Washington Post's kid got sick, and they told her she had to drive 6 hours for a test.
Nice.
And she was like, yeah, I'm going to write an article about this. And then suddenly a bunch of, they started testing people.
Right.
Yeah. Hooray for incompetence.
It has
I think
been
it
a
was
wild ride.
Yeah, my work's taking it pretty seriously too. I have to ask for permission to go into the building. I'm like, do you guys know what'll happen if I don't go into the building? Like,
this place will literally burn to the ground.
well, I'm the IT guy, so like,
Okay.
yeah.
It will actually burn to the ground.
Well, things like, we won't have an offsite backup. So if it does burn to the ground, we have no way to like prove we were a legit business.
That's pretty wild.
Well, I mean, that's why you have offsite backups, but I have to get them. Like, I don't know. I understand the precautions, and I know that, but at the same time, I feel like there should be certain exemptions.
There need to be precautions. They just never should apply to me.
Like, well, okay, I'm not just me. They shouldn't apply to the IT guy when you're a tech company, and they shouldn't apply to the maintenance guy who literally like goes in the building to keep shit running. Like, if he's there, it's probably for a reason,
It's true.
You imagine like the plumbing leaking, it's just pouring out gallons of water every second, and he's like, am I allowed in the building? Just waiting for a response. Like, yeah, that kind of shit is what bugs me. Cool. So I just finished the boot. Hold on, I gotta change. Sorry, the stream is on a delay, so I actually have to switch. Oh my god, this lighting is atrocious. Here you go. So I just did the boot. So now it's yellow and blue.
Look at that.
Justin, I hear you singing over there, you beautiful voice. My
Oh,
baby
thank
boy.
you. Thank you.
And guys, don't believe anything he says. That is 100% his voice. He sounds like a 3.5-year-old girl. And I wouldn't have it any other way. By the way, Justin, don't forget our rule today.
What rule is that?
The rule that we agreed on together, that you must call me for the entire stream.
Oh, that's not gonna be a thing.
Come on, dude. Call me sir. I thought we were friends.
We are friends.
I went to your wedding.
Kinda, yeah, you did.
Kinda. I was fucking there.
I mean, you teleconferenced in, dude. Come on.
Did you come to mine? And look how that turned out. All your fault.
You know what? I'll accept that. If it makes you feel better, I'll accept it.
How dare you?
I will take full responsibility.
Good. I hope that you're also willing to pay full spousal support.
Nah.
I mean, that was the next logical step.
Yeah. I mean, you've already admitted guilt, so now you have to own up to it. This is
Culpability.
document binding.
I spent every cent to my name. paying
I'm
my
sure,
rent.
dude. I have so much sympathy for you. Like,
Playing kill
ser-
team.
I wish.
seriously though, to
Trust me,
all those
I'd
people out
feel-
there who can't work right now, have you seen the graph of unemployment rate from 1970 to 2020?
Yes.
It is fucking
the most
insane,
ridiculous-
dude.
It's the most ridiculous thing I think. I've ever
2020
seen.
comes up and it just triples. Like,
We lost 10 million jobs in 2 weeks.
yeah, it's insane, dude.
Madness.
Absolutely insane. It blows my mind to look at it. It's like, oh, I feel so bad for these people. And it generally breaks my heart because, like, there's nothing I can do, you know? Like, I mean, I'm still working and I'm,
By
you
the-
know,
Put in
What
solidarity.
do you mean? Most of the people you know. So,
yeah. And like, government's super fucking quick to bail out Wall Street, 1.5 trillion, but man, dragging their feet for everybody else.
yeah, I'm loving the wait 5 months for a check for $1,000 thing. That's fucking adorable.
Yeah. Do you hear what Canada does? It's like $2,000 a month until like it's lifted or something like that. Like,
They've got an emergency.
and I believe they've already acted on it and like taken care of it.
they have. Yeah, well, I mean,
And here they're still
taking care of it.
pissing and squabbling. And like, okay, I totally get that. Like, some businesses need to be taken care of too. And just because you're a multi-billion-dollar business does not mean that you have multi-billion dollars of cash laying around. Like I know a lot of airports and stuff is like, it takes a lot to run it, and it's a necessity. And if that crumbles, we're fucked. However, just split the two, help out the citizens, and then bicker about that other stuff. You know, like,
You'd think.
it breaks my heart, man. I see so many of my friends like in dire need, and
Yeah, I'm trying not to go too far down that rabbit hole because I know too much history. But here's hoping. Be nice if I saw you guys again when we were hanging out and having fun instead of racing each other to the food riots.
yeah, you telling me. It's insane, man. Like every store's just crushed, and I understand. Like, it's scary. People are scared, you know. There's my own mother's considered high risk,
Yeah, same here.
and her dog loves the shit out of me. So it's like I can't. I any risk I take bleeds to her. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Because no matter what I do, the second I walk out of my house, her dog comes running across the fucking place to get to me. Like, anytime he sees
Gotcha.
me. I don't want to get her sick, man.
No, that would be bad.
I'll keep this as vague as possible, says not to get in trouble, but I did see a gentleman today whose face mask strongly resembled what appeared to be women's underwear. I will
Awesome.
not say how I know this individual or where I saw him, so that I may not get fired, not implying it's at work, but damn if it didn't look like this dude had a pair
Boy,
of
you
women's
got
underwear across his head.
Your head.
It's like he's just living it up, I guess.
Best life.
So I brought
More-
my camera closer, so hopefully you guys can see a little better what I'm doing. I apologize. I keep pulling everything off the camera, but
I'm doing the same thing.
dude, my eyesight is.
I tried to.
I'm an old man, all right.
compensate for That.
Remember, I am twice Justin's age,
I really
and you
have
guys
to
see what he
barely-
looks like.
Wow, thanks.
I'm just way
Dude,
too
I love you,
used to
Justin, but you look older than me.
I do, but not that much older than you.
on Gunpla and these cameras. Working on minis is very different for keeping.
No, honestly, if you shaved your face, I don't think you would look older than me. But you have this big burly beard, and because of your hair, it just makes you look older. And I'm catching up to you, dude. My hair's thinning, like, unfortunately.
How come every time we stream together, the topic shifts to me being bald?
I love your head. I told you I think you look good. Dude, you can't deny Justin makes
You're
him
a
like,
bald, beautiful man, is what.
but
you
he
are.
looks good bald, right?
He does, yeah.
Yeah, he's like the fucking Rock or Vin Diesel.
The
Like,
Rock. Wow.
yeah,
I look
like
like
those
a giant
people bald and it
baby.
works. Like if I look bald, dude, I'm just gonna look like a child molester. I'm fucked. Like,
Wow.
Skinny dudes can't be bald without looking creepy. It's just the rule.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I hate it that like some people look good and I'm sitting here just like sweating.
How you gonna call Kyle D out in the chat, and he's sitting here watching?
Kyle D, are you skinny bald,
No, not that.
or is he a molester?
He's a panty.
I don't think he's that either.
Well, then how am I calling him out?
Panty mask wearer.
Oh, that part. No, man. You're good. Wait, Kyle D, do you have a comb over? This person had a comb over.
I mean, really, I couldn't decide if I was more bothered by the comb over or the.
I gotta
this
admit, his
person-
comb over is pretty good. Like,
This person that Jacob has described to us just becomes more and more intriguing as time goes
Right.
on.
I should have taken a picture,
You really should have.
but again, I like.
You need to take
this.
the same clause that I do. Anytime you see like a really strange or interesting license plate on the street, you just take a picture of it. Except your clause can be with like weird people.
I do take a lot of pictures already. They're just mostly of my genitalia.
Oh,
Yeah. You'll have that.
Man, I mean, how many times can I get blocked on Instagram? Eventually, I'll find Mrs. Right.
What the hell?
So tell me about you, Phil. You got a family?
I do.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
I mean, it hasn't been working out for me terribly well. So
Yeah. See, I'm cool. I'm a 33-year-old man with no family, so I'm
you're
living the
doing-
high life,
you're
the
a pretty
dream.
fairly standard IT guy, sounds like.
Right. That explains a lot, dude. That's why she suddenly got so distant.
Oh
It's the IT job. I just need to go back to being a shitty grocery manager. Aubrey?
she can't hear you.
What?
Well, put her on. I want to talk to her.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Aubrey, what are you doing?
Who's that? Is it Big Jacob?
She doesn't know my voice.
You want to say hi?
Hi.
My goal is to call on Aubrey and to call me dad, and then just slowly steal Justin's family away from him.
Hey, Lily.
Hi, Aubrey. I see your chalk in your hand. I see some of her sandals walking around like Jesus.
I gotta grab some wash.
Huh?
Justin,
They don't hear
Justin,
you.
I want you to do me a favor.
What?
I would like you to grow your beard out long enough to turn it into a comb over.
No.
Come on, dude.
I think I need a new paintbrush.
You want to do a send off for that one?
I need a camera that'll actually let me point at my mat instead of off into space.
Right? I have mine like hanging from a mic that I'm not even using. I'm using a headset.
Yeah.
My mic works, but the headset's easier for like when I bobble my head around, it doesn't mess up the audio.
Right. I used to do that myself, actually. Let's see if I can stay tight enough on here.
That's what she said.
Right.
Get it, Justin?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I just was worried because you didn't laugh.
I did laugh.
You know, it's just kind of fucked up.
It's that kind of nervous, uncomfortable laugh. Don't worry about it.
Justin, do you think I'm ridiculous?
Sometimes.
Do you think I'm handsome?
Sometimes.
Oh, you big flirt.
Hi, Nora.
You better watch this.
Oh, Nora, that's a cute name.
You've never
She's
seen
pretty
it
awesome.
before.
What's
Just
up?
You gotta come over to see.
Well,
Solid 3 out of 10 daughter.
I'm painting with my.
Would have again.
Mommy's already seen it.
See, I'm missing out, dude. I need a daughter.
I'll be done.
Bullshit. Hey, anybody in chat want to be my daughter? I have an empty room you can stay in.
I nominate Jeff.
Nominate who?
Jess.
Please.
Oh yeah, Jess doesn't. Yeah, Jasmine. Or it's right. Doesn't he have long hair? It's close enough,
No.
dude.
It's close enough.
Okay. Whoa. Easy, Bean.
What?
Okay. that makes-
What?
Okay. I promise I will.
Justin, your mini is still gray.
No, it's not. It's green.
It's like a girl. I don't say
She said I look like a girl now.
As opposed to what?
I don't know.
I don't.
And this is why I need makeup
A snuffleupagus.
for the rest of my life.
Come on.
Tell me.
Harvey, you better be nice to mommy. I
Hey,
mean, same-
Justin,
What?
tell Summer that she ruins all the fun.
No.
Nothing destroys your self-conscious or your self-confidence as much as somebody saying you ruin fun.
Fun is canceled and it's all your fault.
One of my coworkers used to tell me that all the time, so I let her tattoo "No fun" on my arm.
Oh,
Phil's the MVP.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that your job is a tattooing then.
Yeah.
Wait, you're the one with the. I don't know, sound like a dick. We literally have like 400 Helios members now. You're the one with the tattoo on his palm, the D20, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, but you won't do the one on the other hand because you said your whole life's been full of epic fails.
Right?
See, I got you. We see the problem is we bring in like 4 people at once, and then those people kind of blur together. We honestly
Yeah.
should do a cleaning, dude. We've had a couple people who have literally not said a word in like 3 years.
I've considered it. I just don't want to be that guy who's like, "Ooh, why am I not in the group anymore?" It's like, well,
Like-
I mean,
Like I got nothing against him. I thought he was an amazing modeler, but like Kiki Jiki literally hasn't built since he joined. Like he just totally quit.
yeah, we got a couple of those.
And like nothing against him, but like, you know, it just makes things more confusing.
It's true. Eventually, somebody's going to confuse me for Kiki, and it's just going to be weird. So,
Yeah. Speaking
that-
of Kiki,
Kiki
you guys
guy,
want some
right?
facts that'll blow your mind that I found out?
I was born for facts that blow my mind.
You ever see the movie Kiki's Delivery Service?
I have.
In the Japanese version, the cat Gigi is a girl, not a boy. They changed the
haven't-
gender with the voice actor.
I haven't seen the English, or I haven't seen that movie. So
Yeah. Also, at the end, when she gets to talk to Gigi again, that is not in the Japanese version. She never gets to speak to him again.
He's just there to crush your dreams.
Well, I mean, he shows up, but she still can't talk to him. It's like
Okay.
basically becoming an adult means you can no longer speak to your familiar.
Ah.
Because you know Japan has to be like not happy endings.
At the very least, solemn.
So I don't know. I found out those facts. I thought it was pretty wild. So I wanted to share those with you.
They're pretty good. I did not know those. It is a good movie, though.
And yeah, Justin unfortunately didn't get to see it. He heard it. It was in the background, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He was distracted, making Aubrey.
why are you like this?
Look, dude, you don't want me to tell the story? You shouldn't have invited me there. It was awkward and uncomfortable.
Lily, grab a mini, do stuff. You've always got stuff to work on. That girl keeps occupied.
What girl?
Lily in the chat. She's a kick-ass painter. Does like tons of commission work.
Oh yeah.
Does she want to be my daughter?
Resin busts and stuff. That may be a tall order. Can you like name the different predator monsters on site? Because if you can't,
Well, there's Predator.
probably a
What do you mean Predator monsters? There's just Predator.
Oh, let me tell you, there's not.
Are you talking about like the new movie? Because that movie was awful.
It was real bad, but no, like apparently every incarnation of the predator in all his many forms is its own thing with its own name. It works.
I don't know, man. I don't watch those cartoons.
Lily's been schooling me.
Showing you who's boss. I literally didn't tell anybody I was doing this except like one person. So,
Is it your not wife?
hey, watch yourself. I'm gonna get my ass kicked.
Now I have the upper hand.
Yeah, thanks. This is what I get for having one female friend in my life.
Nah, she was chill. I liked meeting her.
Yeah, she my bro.
Oof.
She was there when you weren't.
I don't understand how that. Well, I guess I do understand how that works. Considering you live like 4.5 hours away.
Yeah, I probably should have put something on my like. Oh my Slack. Yeah, I'll put something on.
Let's see. Big Mama, yeah. You got to talk to Lily about that one. She's the one that knows everything about predators. But yeah, Big Mama is one of the predators, I believe.
Big Mama?
Oh yeah.
Wasn't that a character in Metal Gear Solid?
Solid Big Mama or something like that. Either that or it was like my radio call sign in the 70s. It's something in there.
Thanks, Justin. You got me in trouble.
And you're busted.
Where's he?
Girl, bro. You're my bro, girl, bro.
Cool, man. Can't wait to lose the one friend I have. I owe you, Justin.
The feels are real strong right now. What am I?
Not local.
You could be.
Right now, protest.
I told you, I'm not moving down there unless you make me part of your relationship. I want to be a dad.
Well,
And when I feel like it.
See, you can't commit. You can't make it serious.
That's the way to happiness.
And just like my third wife. My yellow's drying up.
I haven't painted straight from prime.
No.
So
She doesn't even know. Big Mama is the 3 World War comics, I think. See, she doesn't even know. She said, I think, not I know. She's a faker, and thus she is now my daughter.
She's from. You are a fraud. Welcome to the family.
Now crawl inside this child's side bed and ask to be tucked in.
Good.
I know it's only 7 p.m.
You do that now because I said so.
Dude, how fucking weird would that be, though? To like make like a Tinder account and be like, just looking for a any woman who has a daughter. I just want to be a dad.
I think that's like the biggest red flag you could possibly put out there.
It's and therefore probably a thing, but it's not the good thing.
I can name all the ones in the movie easy. Okay, so what was the really big one called in the newest Predator? Man, these lights are like making me sweat.
You're gonna be sad when you find out his name.
I hope it's something ridiculous like Jeremy.
Oh man, I was gonna say Gerald. Are we syncing up?
Oh, we are. We got to come up with a different G name that's in the middle. Gerald me.
Gerald me.
Oh, he doesn't have a name. Or you're making it up.
Yes,
Oh,
he
they
does.
call him Larry, which is close to Jerry.
We called him Larry.
Laramie. It's now Laramie. Like from Steven Universe.
I thought he wasn't the hybrid. Gotcha. Sorry. Didn't mean to throw you under the bus there, Lily. I trust your Predator knowledge to be superior to mine.
So guess how many Predator movies I've seen?
I mean, you're about to make me sad, aren't you?
So you know the new one that's really bad?
Yeah, it's real bad.
That's the only one.
You've got homework. Seriously, you need to at least see the first one.
You know what's weird though? It's like there's that's why I'm having trouble. There's like no water left in this thing. There's I just spilt water everywhere. Oh my god.
This was bad.
We went from no water to too much water.
Well, no, I just completely missed the tub and poured it like all over my napkin. Shit. Well, I need to get a new napkin.
At least
Anyway,
you
what I
know
was
the
gonna say is there's like a
napkin.
lot of weird movies that I used to love when I was younger that people have just never seen in modern days. Like I found out no one's seen Dusk Till Dawn.
Really?
Yeah, it's like so many people are like, "What's that?"
I mean,
what's that?
Wait,
To
what do
be
you mean the
fair,
Fugitive
they're not-
Predator? I thought that they had names. Fugitive Predator is not a name. It should be like,
Look. The new Predator movie doesn't count. All right, that's all I'm saying.
wasn't it made by the original guy too?
No fucking way.
I'm pretty sure it was like the original dude. You can look it
No.
up.
Oh,
Here, I'll Google it while I grab a napkin because I made a mess.
yeah, I haven't painted from primer on a stream before. I think next time I'll grab something I've started painting already.
Next time I'll base coat.
Trying to paint darks over white primer is no fun.
Nope. That was a lesson I learned when I started painting minis. Is like, you think that you can just paint everything white and go over it, and that's not really how it works.
No, it's not.
It's like the exact same as like painting a bright color over white or over black.
Right.
It
I
doesn't
do.
work.
I do like when I prime, I do like to paint over white primer, but I also do most of my base coats with an airbrush before I start doing everything else. And my nice cameras do not reach that far. So
Well, yeah, an airbrush is a game changer in a lot of ways.
it takes a lot of the tedium out of it, lets you get to the fun part faster. I've actually been
It
doing
was
it
a different.
the last couple of days.
It was originally written by Shane Black, who had a supporting role in the original film. John Davis returns as the producer.
The dude from Korn?
Yeah.
Probably a different John Davis.
Crazier
Wait,
things. have happened.
Wait, the dude's just called Boar, like a pig?
The director is named Boar.
I just realized. Oh man, I'm so stupid. So I kit bashed this model, and I just realized that he's got a two-handed gun, and the hand is like molded to
The hand
the.
is on the gun.
But he's got a grenade.
Perfect. It's chaos mutations, right?
I just need to go find like a skeleton kit and just glue like a skeleton hand to the wrist, and that'll be
Gross for the
like,
gross
I
guy.
feel like that would just do fine.
Yeah. Zombie arm on there. Good to go. It's Nurgle. As long as it's gross, it works.
That's super funny.
That is
I've had
pretty-
this done. Like this has been built for like a year, and I just now noticed that.
Some of those little details you don't really see until you start painting.
It's the worst, especially when it's like a seam line or something.
Right?
You are the worst, but we still love you. You're like
Thanks, Jacob.
You're our worst.
you're like if Sloth the Goonies was your personal responsibility.
Jeez.
Hey Justin, say hey you guys.
No thanks.
Justin, I was kidding. I love you. You're like a son to me.
What is it with this this faux dad thing?
I need a
you got
kid,
going on?
Justin. All right, I'm a lonely man. My cats aren't filling my needs.
Well, that's because cats are solitary creatures.
Fine. No, they're not. Tofu's right here. She's hanging out with me. Here, Tofu, say hi. You hear her?
She's
She went,
supervising.
I think she's actually just sleeping.
Jeff,
Nobody said that they were doing a
brown
good job.
parts are different from the blue parts.
What do you have against cats anyway, dude?
I don't have anything against cats. I think they're great.
Aubrey loves cats.
She does.
You should get a cat for Aubrey.
I want to.
You want one of mine?
She wants a ferret. And
I'm
I
trying to
want a
thin
ferret.
the herd. So, wait, Aubrey wants a ferret?
Yeah,
Why?
because they're fucking cute.
Dude, you don't want a ferret.
I definitely do.
I'm telling you, as somebody who has experienced watching a ferret, you don't want a ferret. They are so stinky, so fast.
I'm all right with it. I mean, you can get that.
No,
removed.
you say you're all right with that until you have to actually deal with it. I'm telling you, dude, they get so
Gland
smelly.
removed, but they are gross. They're creepy little rat monsters.
Do they not smell super bad? Like,
I mean,
within a day of changing their cage, like
the one I lived with had its gland removed, so it didn't
Oh.
stick anymore. But it's still a goddamn weasel. Why you got a weasel in your house?
so. I watched.
I would have like a pet squirrel if I could.
I watched
Okay.
one a couple times for a previous friend, and I'm telling you, dude, like the thing stunk so fucking bad.
Yeah, they're gnarly if you don't de-stink them. But yeah, it's still a creepy little rodent that your roommate has for some reason, even though they said they didn't have any animals and they show up with the weasel.
Yeah, they smell so bad.
Yeah, they're not great.
My grandparents used to have them.
Oh yeah.
They had two.
Really? No
Not,
way.
Not the ones you know.
Okay,
my
I'm
other-
about to
my
say
other
your grandmother, like, I could not see that at all, dude.
No, they had a dog, and then once that dog died, they're like, "Yeah, we're not getting any more pets."
Yeah, she very much struck
Mhm.
me as somebody who like takes no shit and doesn't want to deal with shit. I say ferrets, man, the way
Absolutely.
they smell, I think would drive her insane.
Oh yeah.
His grandmother can dance so well, dude. I'm telling you,
Oh, yeah?
like, oh my god, I've never seen a woman with such agility and grace.
Like an angel.
I'm telling you, I didn't even know tap dancing still existed. She just comes out just full of piss and vinegar.
You put some respect on my grandma's name.
Dude, I love your grandma. I love her. She does not take shit, and I love that about her. You know me, man. I'm always fond of people who are like strong-willed.
Every time I mention you, she's like, "He's the one that talks fast, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's Jacob."
Damn it. Dude, I didn't even know I talked fast until like 3 years ago when I made a YouTube and I listened to one of my own videos. I was like, what
That's a
the
mistake,
fuck?
man. You just don't watch your own videos.
You start hearing your own voice is a nightmare. What's up?
I thought I was normal.
Four-leaf clover. No one is normal.
Apparently I talk ultra fucking fast. But in my brain, I don't see it that way, you know? It's just like I'm getting words out.
It's because you perceive things the way that you're thinking them,
I
which
guess.
just happens to be faster than everybody else.
I guess so.
You talk like a coked up jackrabbit. It's not
Like-
that big of a deal.
I never thought that though. I always thought I talked normal. In fact, a lot of times I feel like it takes me a long time to get the words out. And then I listen to myself and I'm like, I'm fucking Boomhauer.
Yeah, I forget I have a lisp until I listen to myself on streams, and then I'm like, oh, good. That's still
I don't
there.
really think you have a lisp.
Yeah, I haven't noticed it.
Maybe it comes and goes or something.
Either way, I'm glad nobody else thinks it's that big of a deal.
No. I've actually been trying to figure out where you're from just from your lack of an accent.
Ooh, good luck.
I want to say it's like Midwest almost.
I mean, if I don't have an accent, it would have to be the Midwest. So
Well, no, because they have that weird thing with their O's. They're kind of
Nah.
longer.
That's
They don't have an accent like.
nah, it's the Scandinavians. They're real specific. They only live in like northern Minnesota.
My little brother moved to Minnesota.
It's a magical place
Why the fuck would he move to Minnesota?
because it's awesome.
Okay, clearly you're from some shit town city if you think Minnesota's awesome.
As opposed to whatever magical place you come from. I'm not really from anywhere. My folks moved around the whole time I was growing up, so
He's from the world.
I belong to the world. Spent a lot of time in Iowa.
I was a Navy brat. I moved up the East Coast.
Okay.
I'd love to move again, though. I've actually been kind of putting, spoiler alert, a lot of thought into moving. I kind of decided I ultimately am going to move. I just haven't decided where. I just don't want to pretty much raise up and die in the same damn town that I've always been in. So, yeah, I have a
You're
few
gonna move
options.
over here and hang out with me
You are one of the options.
forever.
I have not rejected that option out. So I also have a friend who has invited me to move to LA with him.
You don't want to pass on that one, man.
I mean, you say that, but he loves it, and I don't know. He's always been my bro, so I think he's been there for 2 years now. I think, and he's been all right.
There are a number of people I dearly love there, and I really love visiting them, and that's enough.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably visit before moving.
Yeah,
And I definitely wouldn't. What I really want to do, like, what would be the ideal thing to do, is to get a telecommuting job, so I could just do whatever the hell I want.
Wouldn't that be nice? That just sounds like magical fairy dust living. That would be pretty cool.
I know you say that, but my parents have some close friends, and they both got their jobs switched to telecommuting, and they bought an RV, they sold their house, and they literally just travel the U.S. now.
No, like I said, I think that's fantastic for like.
I mean, it takes a special relationship though,
I've
because you're
never met-
trapped with somebody in a very tight corners.
Yeah, my wife and I have been planning to build a tiny home for some time, so that would be cool. She's like obsessed with the idea.
Still
of
working on trying to convince her to take her knees off so there's more space.
Might have to. She's as tall as I am. But
Oh, you got a lanky woman.
I do.
Not me, man. I don't think I've ever dated anyone over the height of like 5'5".
Yeah. I married a German farm girl / librarian, so she's
Well, librarians are where it's at, man. They're smart. They're
Yeah.
resourceful. They have imaginations a lot of times.
she is the coolest.
Nothing wrong with that. I am live by myself, and I'm just spending time figuring me out and what I want in life.
If anybody
The
wants
stream is any indicator.
Tinder,
No. I wouldn't be interested. Yeah.
okay.
I'm saving myself for Jesus.
Oh,
Mhm.
good.
Gonna tear him up. Fuck that little boy pussy.
Yep. And just like that, it goes from
Probably
No,
should
no,
have.
I don't.
Probably should have marked this stream as not for kids.
Dude, it's me. What do you expect? I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to seriously because I told you I plan on moving. So like, why would I want to go invest in a relationship and then turn around and be like, "See ya"? Like that would be a super dickhead thing to do, and I respect other people too much to do that to them. I mean, wouldn't that be a super asshole move to start dating and then be like, "Oh, by the way, I'm moving to LA in a month"? Like,
yeah, that's a bad call.
yeah, I like to think I'm not that much of an asshole. My assholeness is up front.
I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt.
And I mean, honestly, I'm in a unique situation to be able to do something like that because no kids, so I can just like fucking bolt.
It's true. It has been a long time since I was similarly unmoored.
Oh, me too. Did kind of invest 10 years into somebody, but fell through. And Justin won't let me join the clan.
I mean, you can go get your name changed all you want. I can't stop you from doing that.
You gonna kick me out of the bed?
Maybe.
How are we gonna have a cuddle puddle?
A cuddle puddle.
Yeah, that's where it's like a cuddle session, but it's multiple people.
It usually happens in dark corners at raves.
Or
It's not
Justin's
great.
every night. Look, Justin, I'm just saying we've been friends for a long time, and you need to start opening up about your affection for me.
Oh,
You don't even hug me anymore.
that's not
When's
true.
the last time you hugged me?
Last time you came to visit?
Yeah, exactly. See, not last time you came to visit. Why is that? Why is that, Justin? Can you tell me when that was?
This stream got intense.
Because
It did.
Justin refuses to visit me. He always
'Cause
blames
I'm-
it on something like coronavirus or crippling debt or having a family.
Punishing student loan debt.
You got me.
I think I have an idea now what it's like to be a therapist. I don't know where that come from. Is it because of me? No, I just talk shit off the top of my head, dude. I'm super always okay. I don't need a therapist.
I'm always okay. I'm just always in the middle of the long, dark midnight of the soul, and I like to tell people about that.
This is my favorite dude from my kill team.
I'm not mad at it. Oh yeah.
His name is
He looks dumb.
Pustus Thrudge.
Bring me closer
Dude.
so I can hit them with my flail.
That literally sounds like if somebody was trying to make a Warhammer porno.
His the kill team book has like a name generator and you roll dice on it and that's what his name came up as.
Nice.
And I was like, you know what? Not mad at it.
Yep, keeping that one. Sounds like, the new singer for the Genitorturers or Guar. Or something like
Pustus Thrudge.
that.
All right, Justin. If you have another kid, you have to name him or her Pustus Thrudge.
Absolutely. I'm sure that'll go over great. Summer will say
Dude.
nothing. She'll have no objections to that or anything.
Okay, give her that name and then give her a name that's like extremely unchristian, and I guarantee you she will side with Pustus.
I feel like Pustus Thrudge is already there.
Not if you named it like Lucifer Beelzebub. Carmine. See, Thrustus Pudge. That's what I'm talking about. Sounds like a straight up porn name.
Thrustus Pudge sounds like something.
What is
you
that
would
old
eat
dude who used
that's
to be in
really
porn a
bad for
lot,
you.
and he like just walks around and looks sad now? He's like bald with a mustache. Ron Jeremy. Thrustus Pudge.
Yeah, that would work.
If there was a Guar cover band that was porn themed, he would be the lead singer.
All right, first off, I promise that exists. And second
It probably does.
yes, I agree.
Dude, I hope he has some kind of like hidden talent that it completely embarrasses us for even making fun of him.
What, Ron Jeremy?
Yeah, I what if he was like the most beautiful opera singer that you've ever
Not that-
heard in your life? Or like he was like the fucking Rain Man of mathematics, like just
I
dropping
don't think.
mad bombs.
I
on
don't think you can. I don't think you can flex math.
Like,
You can flex math. Have you never seen the very first episode of Malcolm in the Middle? He totally flexed math.
there was some math flexing on Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, that was like his whole shtick.
Was
And
it?
now he's just like a millionaire with really thick eyebrows.
Mhm.
Honestly, I feel like that's like the best way to go about life. be like really big and famous in your youth, and then nobody give a shit about you when you're like older and just have money? Because then you can just be rich and chill.
So Andy Milanakis, except he keeps trying.
Yeah, he's super dedicated to Twitch.
Is he?
Yeah, dude, he's on Twitch like all the time, every day. He just like goes around and talks to people. And like the ongoing joke is everyone thinks he's a lesbian because he doesn't really age right because of that disease he has. So he just kind of looks very androgynous.
He does kind of look androgynous.
Yeah, and especially when he wears like oversized sunglasses, which is normally like a rather feminine thing to wear. Yeah, it's like you can see compilation jokes and stuff of people thinking, like, not trying to be mean, they intentionally thought he was a woman.
Who's this person?
Andy Milanakis, he had a TV show, I think it was on MTV.
Yeah.
He doesn't age, so the whole joke was like he did things that you would not expect an adult to do. Like he dressed like a Boy Scout and then asked like really diverse questions.
I got you. I remember this person.
Yeah, he was on the Man Show too for a while.
Yeah,
doing pranks.
I believe where I knew him from.
Yeah, so now he's like, I don't know, like mid 30s, 40s, and he's still doing that shit.
Huh.
But he's aged a little bit, but he's not the age that you would expect him to be. So it's just kind of odd. I don't know, he's a quirky dude.
Yeah, that sounds like kind of a lost in time and space situation. I don't know if I could handle that.
Yeah, but he's on Twitch. And a lot of people walk up to him and they're like, "Oh, you're that one guy," and he always gives them the wrong name.
Nice.
He's like, "Yeah, it's me, Michael Cera," and then just walks away.
That's what I would do if I was in that situation.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't know who the hell you are.
And I would do everything in my power to keep it that way.
Have you seen the post going on around Facebook and stuff of the dude who's like, when I was 8, I got my picture with Michael Jackson. This was 100% not Michael Jackson. It's just this really creepy dude covered in baby powder.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's pretty funny. Unfortunately, I have no way to access my keyboard, so I can't put it in chat. Because it is behind a wall of paint. Man, you can't even see what I paint because of these shadows. It breaks my heart.
Yeah, I definitely need to figure out a better lighting setup for working on minis here.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, to me, it's blindingly bright, but in my webcam, it's just like, looks like ass.
I've just dialed everything in for working on bigger models. Like, I'm like
Don't mess
completely
that up. Don't mess it up.
messing with settings on the fly here.
I can't win them all.
I'll figure it out.
So I'm making them blue.
It's not like I'm ever getting invited back.
Negative.
Already blew it. Why are you
Look.
even still here?
Jacob's blown it so many times. And he's like the most recurring guest on anything that I do live.
What do you mean guest? I am your BFF for L.
I'm basically.
Yeah, I the Halo light. Yeah, actually, I don't have that here. I have seen those, and I've considered buying them. The like arc lights.
I don't think I'd want to use that for models though.
I
Those are good.
mean, it would work probably for this as long as I put it behind the. The problem is the. It's
I'm
not
using this-
dark. It's
this
the webcam's just
giant-
really crappy
Adjustable.
at capturing light.
This thing up here. You can just turn it down.
Uh-huh.
It's super nice.
I got kick-ass lamps. I just need to where it doesn't make these things into little glare balls.
Oh, I saw Justin's face.
What?
I saw his little cute button nose.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing, Lily. I've just been working on nothing but Gunpla and streams for so long that the light is definitely different.
So Justin, if you could be any kind of rock, what kind of rock would you be?
I don't know, man.
I would be igneous.
Lapis Lazuli.
It's just fun to say.
It's my favorite Steven Universe girl.
You watch
She's a
Steven
rock.
Universe?
Yeah, dude. She's a fucking baller. Do you not?
No.
Coward. That's right. I called you a coward straight to your face.
That's fun.
It's fun.
I see silence continue.
What do you want me to do, man? Justin won't talk to me. I can't talk to myself.
Yeah.
I mean, you could.
Yeah, my therapist said it's not good.
Yeah. I mean, I think I agree.
Definitely stronger calls. Whew. All right. Then I spent an hour doing something I could have done with an airbrush in 5 minutes.
All right,
Sorry.
Justin,
to
tell us the most embarrassing thing that happened to you in high school.
Do
Right
what
now.
now?
What's the most embarrassing thing that happened to you in high school?
I don't know. I just kind of kept to myself in high school.
You're kind of like the bad boy.
Uh,
That's a yes. You know
Silence.
that's a yes. That's why he can't answer.
Ba-doop. All right. Base coat's largely applied. Let that stuff dry a little bit and we'll get on to some washes.
oh yeah, that looks insanely good.
I love this sculpt. Nelson's such a genius. I don't know if he's still working in the field or not. He was a hand sculptor. I don't know if he started doing all the 3D stuff like everybody else does now or not.
Sometimes
must
that
be.
translates over really well.
It does, and GW's like their facilities are insane. Like it's not like it's just dudes sitting around with CAD. Like it's like these crazy like virtual sculpting rigs. I've seen them use them. They're wild.
It's a shame that they don't put that kind of energy into their resin stuff.
Oh, calling us out with crickets.
Yeah, their resin is not fantastic.
It is
And-
poop.
Costs an insane amount of money. Like way too much.
Oh, I have a GW resin that I've been commissioned to do.
What is it?
It's a Tau like battle suit. It's like one of those big
Oh,
ones.
Big Mama Jammas?
Yeah.
Like a
It's-
beach towel?
I put it in purple power to clean it, and it worked like immediately.
Yeah. No, their resin is super soft. It's not
It
It's
is
like-
the worst resin I've ever used.
yeah, I would back that. That's like this stuff. Like I wanted this model so bad because it's like straight up one of my favorite characters. Well, it is my favorite character. And like but they made it out of that fine cast garbage that they have. It's
Ugh.
like half plastic, half resin. It's like all the bad parts of both and none of the good of either.
If you look at it too hard, it falls apart.
I
That's
just
pretty
love this
awful.
super bendy staff or whatever. I'm just like, what guys, what were we thinking there? Just like
Dude, that reminds me of like the Eva models that are like made of rubber, and like there's no way you can physically paint them without the paint just immediately breaking off.
you gotta
'Cause-
use like PVA paint or
Yeah, because
whatever.
the rubber's like so bendable. Like there's nothing. It was on the Super Fumina too. It was like there's no way you can do it without it just breaking.
Yeah, I got a couple of those old models and they're not too fun for that. I think I'm just gonna end up monoposing them and
Yeah,
something
yeah, you lose
you gotta
all
do.
flexibility and articulation.
I definitely want to do the like Unit Zero headbang. I like already designed it, so I just need to build the thing. But yet another project I'll get to someday. Yeah.
Well, hey man, we got nothing but time right now.
Right. Damn if I'm
There's nothing else good that came out of this.
the funny
There's
part's
a lot of dope models coming out.
when still nobody finishes anything.
Yeah, then where do you blame? That's how I feel. It's like getting like nothing done, and I'm like, probably because I don't pick anything up.
Well, see, that's where you went right though. Is like everybody else picks stuff up and they just don't finish it. If you don't pick it up, there's no
Can't-
obligation.
You can't lose.
You are technically ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I would model, but I don't because I'm too busy watching cartoons. It's tough being an adult.
Sometimes.
So you guys can like blame like your families and crap. You can be like, "Oh, sorry, I've been behind on my modeling."
I can do that.
What am I gonna do? Oh, my cats are just laying around sleeping 14 hours a day. Really keeps you busy.
There we go. Extreme close up.
You holding that on a tweezer?
Hemostat. These guys. Just clamping them down.
Ah, nice.
Used to be what I put my pins in with back when I was doing metal stuff all the time. These days I don't need anything that stern. So
I use my handy dandy Citadel holder thingamajig.
yeah, I like those for things with bases.
This is one of the two nice tools that GW makes. The other thing is their mold line remover is 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I like both of those. I want to get a ceramic one, but I
I want
like
to try ceramic, but that like you just can't beat the metal. It's never gonna break. It's got a good weight to it.
it does work. I don't like their brushes, but I do like a lot of their tools. Their clippers were great for like first cut clippers. Like they were
They're
really strong.
expensive.
They are, but to be fair, they lasted me longer than any other clippers I've ever had too.
You know what? That's fair. I didn't consider that. I think it's kind of ironic that that sometimes their clippers can't fit inside of their own runners.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's whack.
I honestly haven't worked on these are the first GW models I've worked on in a long time. It's kind of fun to get back in there. They do make nice stuff.
Yeah, some of their newer stuff is really good. They've been definitely picking it up. Those new orcs look killer.
They do.
But you will never catch me painting orcs because you will never catch me playing orcs.
Why not? Because you're a coward.
'Cause You have to paint like 8 trillion of them.
You do have to paint 8 trillion dudes. That was my army like the whole time I was a kid. I loved those guys. But back when I was playing, like you kind of had to have a sense of humor to play the orcs.
Well, see, that's kind of like the where I have like regret is like they look like they're fun to play because their rules are hilarious.
Are they again? Because for the longest time they just made them like super angry and not fun.
I like the lore stuff. Like their magic is all like willpower based and
Right. Everything works because they think it should.
it's super great.
I think you're super great.
You're the best, man.
Thanks.
I didn't. I
I'm
would go
not,
that
but
far.
thanks.
I'm literally holding this thing like right in front of my camera right now. I'm trying to figure out how to get between the camera and the head to paint it. Daka daka daka, Lily says.
I don't
Oh,
know what that
yeah.
means. I'm not hip enough to know that reference.
Just standard orc machine gun noises.
How do you know they make noise? It's a tabletop game.
Dude, they make noise.
Hmm.
It's all in the fluff, man. You read the fluff and you figure it out.
Sounds like Jacob's got more homework.
This game has been around for so effing long. It's been around most of my life. And there's a significant portion of the dudes that play it that kind of fall down that rabbit hole and read all the stories and all the little call outs in the rule books and everything. It gets like you think you're just reading like a paragraph at a time or whatever, and then you realize you've been doing it for 30 years and you're like, whoa, I have an encyclopedic knowledge of a thing that never existed. Makes you feel real good about yourself.
Well, you know, Gundam has that.
Sometimes something
pitfall, too.
does.
What's that?
You talking to me?
I didn't hear Justin.
Oh yeah, I said Gundam has a little bit of that pitfall too.
It does.
If you look into it, there's a lot of stuff that you can definitely pick up from that isn't just given to you in the shows or whatever. I think Warhammer's definitely got it beat, but
Yeah,
if you want to know, it is out there.
for having a few less years on them. Lily, you did, and I need to get one. I've been so used to Instagram streaming and all that stuff that I need to dial in new setups for everything. And I will before next time I do one of these. It's more than a little embarrassing, and I'm sorry, fellas. Not
Jeez,
trying to be
Phil,
all
you're such an embarrassment.
I know, I'm the worst.
Yeah, I'm never inviting myself to this again.
Till you get rid of that fucking guy.
Next time you accidentally send me the link, I'm not going to click on it.
All right, let's get some washes. Jesus, the glare. Got the brightness turned way down too. I got to figure this out.
You do.
I do.
It's just like the webcam's autofocus.
No, I'm doing all the focusing manually because I'm
Yeah,
normally
I had to turn it off.
my biggest problem is the glare and the color balance. I mean, part of it's because it's white, but
Yeah, it's all jacked up too. I don't really think there's much I can do about it.
like this ain't a masterpiece, but it does not look as crappy as it looks on this camera. Oh, I'll figure it out. Thank you, Lily. I appreciate it. Yeah. At least get some wash. Have you guys got a favorite kind of stuff to paint, or you just kind of grab something that looks cool and go for it, or what's your thing?
Everything I do is what looks cool.
Word.
Yeah. I strictly go by whatever I think looks fun to paint.
I think that is an excellent philosophy.
I mean, I don't have anything against like the lore and the themes behind models. But like I pick Gundam stuff that I think looks cool, and I pick Warhammer or Barbarians, Fallout, just whatever I think looks fun to paint.
I'm the same way. I haven't played any of these games in years.
I don't really have anyone to play them with, but I like Fallout. And I like painting Fallout stuff because it's interesting, because it's weathery. I like Gundams because I think robots are cool, and I'm doing this because Justin handed it to me, and it looks fun.
Nice. That is a cool model. I haven't had the chance to paint one of them yet. It looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far.
I actually like it better than like their bigger cousins.
I kind of regret putting the armor on. I think it would have been a lot easier to paint these armor platings with an airbrush and then hand brush the little detail.
Yeah.
Instead, I just put it all on at once and just YOLO. Whoa.
You learn.
Yeah, I fucked up. It's fine.
I ruined it.
Not my first, not my last.
This is fun. I appreciate you asking me to come hang out. I haven't had an excuse to bust these guys out in a while. It's been fun to get in and do it.
Yeah, man. You
Wish I
are.
better focus on it, but
It's all good, man.
I think it's a good opportunity to get yourself a little bit of some socialization when everyone's so locked in.
right.
Even if you're not leaving, I mean, at least you get to talk to people.
Dude, I've been streaming / on the internet all hours of the night, pretty much ever.
Cats are just terrible listeners.
Good listeners, just real bad at responding is the thing.
Yeah, they never have good input. They think food solves all the problems.
I mean, it doesn't.
True's in here. Sweet.
Justin, do I look like food solves my problems?
I don't know.
You eat your feelings? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
I'm a wee boy.
I see. Yeah, definitely gonna paint ahead a little bit before the next one I do. So I'm doing something a little bit more interesting on the actual stream. This part is not that exciting to watch.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'll do some cool, tricky stuff next time.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just come for chit chat and stuff too.
Yeah.
Whatever. Lily just comes here to judge me.
That's fine. Someone's got to do it. Yeah, I got lots of friends in chat that are judging me too, right, guys? You're all so funny. It's a different chat. You can't see it. They go to a different school.
That's what it, yeah. Private Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Professional doctor. You don't remember seeing me?
Yeah, I have thousands of friends.
Judged.
Oh, snap. It's Joel. Why is Joel not in here painting minis? I could force him to be productive
He's
too.
shy.
Joel, you want the link?
He's like, I wouldn't be caught dead with you nerds.
You
Nah,
think
he probably wouldn't. He's probably at work.
No, he said, "Oh shit, gotta go." Oh,
Oh,
look at that! I'm a soothsayer. I predict that Jacob will finally get a real life friend.
give me like 40 minutes. Ooh.
Probably jumping the gun on painting these metallics, but it is what it is.
I usually like to do metallics first. Them bitches
Yeah.
isn't easy.
I mean, they're gonna get washed to oblivion anyway.
Fair enough.
So last time I washed my model, it broke everything. What settings do you use? Like towels, or how does it work?
What?
You told me to wash my minis last time, and I did, and it broke every piece. What do you? What, you set it on whites or colors? Like,
Check.
oh wait, is it the dishwasher and not the washing machine?
Yeah, it's dishwasher.
I knew it. Damn it.
It's all right. Everybody makes these mistakes in the beginning.
Well, I'm still learning, you know. It's tough being on your own. Mom, make some pizza rolls.
Got a pretty out. Oh. Let's see. I think I can do some more skin stuff here.
Ooh,
Yeah, right.
I like where this is going. Skin. What I look for in a lady.
Not being an animated skeleton.
I mean,
is
it's not a deal breaker, but
the direction.
hey, Justin.
Yo,
Next time Summer talks to her relatives, can I record the audio and then play it back to her at another time?
what purpose would this serve?
Because I don't think she realizes how drastic her voice is.
Oh no, everybody tells her.
I know, but I don't think she believes it. So if I play like a before and after. All right, fine. I won't do it. Captain Buzzkill. You know, you take all the fun out of our relationship.
Do I? You just bring it.
You're lucky I stayed together for the kids. Come on, guys, don't make it awkward.
Oh my bad.
Concentrating on tiny face details.
What color should I paint?
Joel
his
said
barn?
send it. Joel said send it. Justin.
Thank you.
Too much pressure.
Justin, do the thing.
Do you like doing chalk?
Sometimes.
Then
I'm doing something.
That was a setup if I've ever seen one.
Nora was likewise, Mom. She pulled almost the exact same routine on me when she rolled in here. What are you doing? Let's go.
She's a trip, man. How old
Do
is
you
Nora?
like ice cream? Yeah. Well, let's go get ice cream.
Nora is 6.
Okay. So I can look forward to more of this in the future.
Oh, absolutely.
Good. It's good to know that things don't change.
It doesn't really. I think they treat dads the same no matter what. Just like, okay, pushover.
Yeah.
You do what I want most of the time. You want to watch Voltron? I really do. That's a great idea. Let's watch Voltron.
I put we woke up early the other morning,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, "Daddy, can you put a movie on for me?" So she just calls whatever's on TV a movie.
Right.
And I was like, "Yeah, sure. What do you want to watch?" And she's like, "I don't know. You pick for me." So like I have a hard drive with a bunch of her like shows and stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "You want to watch this? No. You want to watch this? No." So I was like, "You know what? Fine. I'm gonna pick." So I put Gundam on,
Right.
and she sat and watched it for like 3 hours.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
Jeez. She's like, well, actually, the UC timeline began.
No, dude. Nora watched Origin, and she's like got a functional grasp of like
Dude, I think kids are super smart. I think people assume they're dumb because they don't know specific things that you learn over time. But like, I think they're pretty damn smart.
the like she wants to watch like Thunderbolt and stuff, but I'm just like, okay, look, that's just a little too intense for a 6-year-old. I'm sorry, but no, like she's all about like build fighters. Like I didn't care for build divers, but she loves it, and I like watching it with her makes it fun. Like it's all cool. I'm lucky. I'm raising a nerd, so
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Telling me, man. That's all I do is raise nerd cats.
Nerd cats. Fake nerd cats.
They're not fake. They're true nerds.
Your cats are fake nerds, Jacob. They don't
No,
even-
they're not.
They don't
They're
even know.
true
Oh, shit.
weeaboos.
I just realized that Joel's been in here. I haven't added him.
You're just
Yeah.
sitting there waiting. Wow, guys, I really wish I was part of the group.
Hey, thanks for the invite, guys. I'm going home.
Fucking bully.
I'm trying to fix my fucking mic because after this, we're doing the podcast. And like, I got to refucculate all my shit with the space
Yeah.
dogs.
I warn
and
you though, we're
fucking-
only bringing you in here to make fun of you.
I haven't had a good roast in a while. Probably need one.
We did it on a dare. You know, like
Oh,
I dare you
shit.
to date her. It's like I dare you to bring him on
I dare you to get a girlfriend.
the jokes on you. I have
Thank-
2. They're just cats.
I think well, my cats go to different schools, so
difference.
Same.
Gotta Lily's gotta soak something in actual resin cleaner.
all right. This is my box of fucking things that old man gave me, and there's a lot of shit that's prime. So I just kind of like if I just want to paint something random, I pick it out of here.
So many orcs. Oh,
It's just all orcs. I mean, there's some
oh, that's awesome.
there's some chaos guys here. Let me refucculate this later.
What if
Also-
it's Laylee and you've been wrong this whole time?
It's probably Laylee.
Oh, dude, that would be. It would hurt so bad.
So embarrassing. What's up,
Hey,
George?
George. That is somebody else's orc collection from years gone by that truly has.
It's a bunch. One of our good buddies, longtime patron. Literally, I mean, he was 80 something when he passed away. Big war gaming guy, and we all inherited his collection when we passed. And I got the orcs, chaos, and space wolves in the will. So
Best possible pull.
well, I think he was like, that's the weird metal kid. We'll give him all the fucking the angry shit.
Like, that sounds great. Let's have exactly that.
Yeah,
It's Laylee. Hey,
I'm gonna do this guy.
it was Laylee all along.
Get this fucking honking thing out of here. Some of these are like newer too. Check out this guy. This guy's cool
Yeah,
as
those
shit.
def dreads are cool. I was making my own Gazcool conversion out of that after they didn't update the model for over 10 years or almost 20 years.
Yeah.
And, actually, God, was it over 20 years? Jesus.
Maybe do a barbarian if we get through it fast.
But I based it on the Def Dread.
This should be torture of just sticking your hand in here and just shaking the box vigorously. See how many things stick. Oh shit!
It's like
It's like Doom.
you know, walking on Legos is level 1 of true pain. Your hand in that box.
Children's play. Dude, speaking of kids, I know you're talking about watching Gundam with your daughter. Today, Rachel's been babysitting her boss's kids, and like that's a weird thing for me because I don't have kids. We both don't want kids. I mean, it's just kind of this whole experience just kind of gratifies that to a certain extent. But I put on Build Fighters because I got them some Haru kits to build.
Right.
And they were just like memorized. And I put on Build Fighters with the terrible voice acting, and like it got to a point where they finished and just watching it. And this is an era of Fortnite, and like he's a big Fortnite player, and he was playing earlier, but he's just enthralled. He's like, this is like Pokemon, but with robots, and it's awesome. It also because the guy sounds like Ash Ketchum, the voice actor, but
Dude, I did not realize how bad the dub was until I found the dub.
It's
2 months ago. I was like surfing through YouTube, and I was like, Build Fighters dub, that happened.
Oh God!
And I watched it, and I was like, this is probably the worst dub I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I think I stumbled on the dub too, and I was like, wow, this is really not as good.
Especially
On the other
with
hand,
Rumble Raw.
It's actually pretty good.
And I'm normally somebody who
Cowboy.
prefers dubs because then I can just listen and not have to read and enjoy the visuals.
Well, see, I usually give dubs the pass because of that too, because I don't watch too many things.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
more of a I
Definitely.
just like to have noise, but man, that dub was rough.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
All right, I'm hopping off.
What?
All right.
Sorry.
Whack.
My mom's sick, so I'm gonna check up on her. So
Okay.
All right, bub. Thanks for hanging out.
yep, see you later.
Yeah.
See ya.
That is an odd fellow.
Boys. All right, so what are you two fucking chuckleheads working on?
I'm working on some Death Guard boys.
Hell yeah! Ooh,
Classic 54 millimeter Eisenhorn model. It's
hell
pretty
yeah!
awesome.
Those are fucking sick.
Giant brick of metal. Could easily kill a man with this model.
Please don't do that, Phil. I don't think I could live with you going to jail.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't sleep at all at night if that happened. I'll go to jail with you. Some trailer park boy shit.
Well, it's time to go back.
Time to go back there, and this time I'm only gonna do small crimes instead of big crimes. All right. Let's see. I didn't start. I'm trying to figure out what he was doing with this paint wise, and he's bronze weapons, I think. He must have bronzed the whole thing and then went over it.
I'm getting some power flickering over here, guys. If I suddenly disappear, I didn't mean to. I'll be back.
Okay.
He said we're coming again.
Oh, I know it, Pumpkin, but it'll be okay.
Holy shit.
You know the whole internet can hear you crying right now.
The whole world hears your tears. They're weeping with you.
They are. She just
No.
wants to go outside.
It's insane. Like every time I hear anything like that sound now, I'm just like, oh God, how do I help?
What do you want me to open up your gummy? You want to come sit with me? Do what?
Man's blow.
I also want a drink.
You also want a drink? What kind of drink?
Need some boba.
Oh, yeah. You want some Fanta? Go get a cup. Yeah, one of those. She's very independent.
But yeah, Joel, this model was one of the first
One for mom.
one of the first sculpts that the guy
One
that
for me.
whole modern look of the orc range made for VW.
Oh, shit, really?
Mhm.
This
I
one's
don't know
mine.
that.
Yeah.
This one's mine.
He like, designed the whole like third edition orc and like, seventh fantasy,
That one's mine.
Mommy's over that one.
and
Yoshi.
did a bunch of
Over there.
sculpts. He did the old jazz cool. The old generic. I got both of those downstairs. Gotta finish painting those. That's dry enough. Let's get some more on there.
How you been, Joel?
Busy. That's just busy.
A comic meeting go well.
Yeah, dude, it went fucking awesome. I think we got
I
some good
really-
shit planned.
I really want to see that real bad.
Yeah, we got some fun shit planned. Like, I think it's gonna be good. I think it's good because like this has been kind of like a resurgence for creative shit during all this.
Yeah. Hard times tend to make good art,
Oh yeah, for sure.
which I hate saying, like, because it's a shitty fucking culture trope or whatever, but it's true.
Yeah. History don't lie, but fucking, good God, man. Yeah, no, it went good. The biggest thing we're just, it's just all logistical stuff at this point.
Right.
Trying to put all the eggs in the shopping cart.
Eggs in the shot. That's a new one. I like it.
Rickyisms is a way of life.
You and you alone make me want to watch the Trailer Park Boys.
It's so good.
I think I'm gonna have to dive down this rabbit hole.
It's another good one to listen to instead of watch. Like, watching it is hilarious, but like it's just as funny just listening to it.
That's my build show. That's what
Yeah.
I normally build with. So like anytime I do videos, I always forget to like unmute the background. It's usually just fucking, what the fuck you doing, Ricky? Off in
Oh,
the
no,
background or some shit.
Definitely. Like every time we've ever shared a stream, it's always been Trailer Park in the background.
I gotta figure out some like. I need to figure out like a mini painting setup because like I've got this the webcam like directly in front where I'm trying to look.
Oh
The
yeah,
big magnifying glass isn't helping. Not
okay,
helping.
about that this whole stream, where I'm just like, wow, I'm just blowing it right now.
I'm not spending hundreds on a fucking zoom lens or setting up a DSLR to do this shit either.
Yeah, I'm definitely not doing the DSLR thing.
Kind of freaks me out because like I don't like leaving on a camera for that long.
Right.
I've got a camera from work. I could definitely do this with. Maybe I should try that.
Hell yeah! I mean,
That's what happens, man. They leave me with all the equipment. What do you think I'm gonna do with it?
take tasteful high definition nudes.
I mean, yeah.
That's
I
what I
mean,
would
you
be
know,
doing.
besides that, our work equipment is probably more outdated than what you use for fun.
Damn. Damn. Color.
Oh, let's see. I've actually got it right next to me. It's a Nikon D300.
I'm not familiar too much with the Nikon line, but it doesn't sound bad. I mean, if you
I mean, it's nicer than my camera, but I also have like
You know,
an entry level DSLR.
Oh yeah.
So like my personal camera is just because that's what I feel like.
We finally got shop cameras because I've been lugging my shit around, and then it was like a SL3 Canon, and then the G85. And those are actually pretty budget. I don't want to spend so much fucking money on that shit and then have to go buy a fucking $3,000 piece of glass to put on it.
Right.
Do the same thing with a 50mm. Call it a day.
Well, see, before all this shit happened, that was my goal for the year was going to be to like upgrade all my stuff.
Yeah.
And then this shit happened, so now I'm just trying not to go broke.
Fly into a panic.
I'm doing my best not to panic. That's the easy part.
I mean, it's one of those things. I always, like every time I talk to someone about it that does like content shit, I always like, well, I mean, you gotta make videos and do stuff again. But of course, if this was 2 years ago in an actual, good YouTube world, that would be awesome.
Well, I mean, I'm just doing it to keep myself sane.
Yeah, that's it for sure.
Here.
That's fine.
I like making content, and if I make any money from it, that's, but
Get ready to slide.
What?
This is your pod.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you said get ready to die. Oh, good
That's-
God.
Later. Kids say some wild stuff. We're supposed to be getting ready to slide. What are we doing?
yeah, we can bounce. We'll call it.
Oh no, I'm sorry. She was telling me she wanted me to slide on something.
Oh.
Special
I don't have
slide.
cool lingo. I use like actual
It's
words.
a very special slide.
Of
It's a mat that's on the stairs that you can just climb down to it.
course,
then-
you turned the
and
stairs
then-
into a slide.
And then you like
Oh God.
really build on and sweep. You fall down. It's
Yeah.
very fun.
Oh, I bet it sounds great.
You have to try it.
Okay. Do you want to like
You
turn on
have to try it.
first or like what?
It's just like it is. It's very fun, very special. You can hop a thing when you slide down, and you can also do plenty of flip.
Did you just
Yes.
like eat like an entire cake or something?
I need
No.
that kind of energy in my life.
Dude,
How do I harvest that?
Pistachio all day.
kids they grow it, man. I don't know how they do it.
Okay. Well, I'm honestly going to be done with this in just a few minutes.
This
But
is your pod. It's gonna
Okay.
be here no matter what.
thank you for getting a special pod just for me to slide down the stairs and kill myself on.
Pod.
I love you.
So you gotta promise me,
I'm gonna
whatever
die.
you do, whatever you do, don't die.
Yeah.
Can't die down the stairs there, bud.
It's a medical fact.
Your death has to be a little bit more glorious than that.
Yeah, I'm definitely hoping for like something Valhalla worthy. We'll just kind of see what happens, but I feel like header down the stairs probably isn't gonna get me feasting with the gods.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. These are funny orc models.
Those models are so much fun to paint. Yes, Nora.
You gotta watch this.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Report back to me if you see anything cool.
Understood.
Wow.
I
Fun
saw
fact.
God.
She's on another floor.
There's
Voice
hope for the future.
I keep trying to tell myself that this insistence that she has about everything is someday going to be a huge asset.
It should.
Okay. I am going to go watch my child attempt to murder herself, throwing herself down the stairs, and I'll be right back.
Okay. Good luck.
Have fun. Godspeed.
Dude, she's functionally immortal. I'm not worried about it. I'll be right back.
Functionally immortal. All right, what the fuck kind of tan is that? Oh, right there.
kiddo. What you got?
Oh god, we get to hear it.
Oh, is that intentional?
Yeah.
For safety purposes.
I feel like this makes us liable.
No idea who this man is. Never met him in my life.
He's a strange Russian man. He hacked his way into my stream.
Just hacked in here saying, "You guys want to play Counter-Strike? You guys want to play Counter-Strike?"
He told me he'd give me a bunch of loot boxes. So next thing you know, I'm installing Counter-Strike.
Next thing I'm painting Dungeons and Dragons miniatures with this man.
Honey, I love you. I can't do it. My back hurts real bad. I cannot throw myself downstairs.
I can't throw myself down the stairs. Oh my god.
I feel like I'm peeking into the future.
Yeah, right. I can't go downstairs.
I'm gonna go finish up with the fellas, and I'm gonna hang out with the fellas for just a couple more minutes, and then I will come and watch you throw yourself down the stairs.
Oh my god.
Jesus, ow. Holy shit, boys.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
That was great.
She is a destroyer.
I'm living for it.
Every second.
Let's see if this all still fits together. Yeah, it's not bad. This model's kind of hilarious. It came with all these like greebles and holsters and stuff that you could put on him to hide the giant gap between the torso and the ropes.
All right, so here's what you can do. You can either sculpt a bunch of bullshit or 5 holsters to him.
I'm the idiot that would sculpt all the stuff, but the greebles are actually really nice. So yeah, this is a cool sculpt. I do like the new fashioned way of doing stuff, but when the old stuff was done well, it was a different beast.
Oh yeah.
In my hands again. Yeah. Why won't this fucking thing focus? I can't even tell.
Where's me?
What a great era of music.
Yeah, it was not.
The classics.
I lived through that. None of that was good.
I remember getting my first Now That's What I Call Music CD. Oh
Hell
boy.
yeah, brother.
That
I was,
great.
I was curious. I was curious what the first one of those had on it. And you know what the first track on the first Now CD is?
What was that?
No.
All Star.
No
Yo,
shit.
what? That makes sense. If you were to describe now, that's why I call music with one song, it would be Smash Mouth. Okay, I can just completely ignore the whole entire like 500 they've done or whatever it is.
There are
Yeah.
way too many of those.
It's fucking insane.
They're still making them.
Oh yeah, it's
All mail order or like?
no, dude. You go to Walmart and there's just like piles of it.
Oh, they got those. Okay.
I think Walmart bought it out
It's
You
a
know,
Walmart record label.
to the Now CD collection.
Yeah, people have been buying these things for years.
People don't know what they like, so we're gonna tell them with these Now CDs.
Nobody actually buys them. They just stock up and collect.
Songs to punch drywall to, and then also think about why you punch the wall with.
Specifically, drywall.
You want plywood? That's called Now What I Love About Plywood and karate moves.
Body moves.
Yeah, that's what I call karate.
Raji.
It's just a bunch of like,
It's just Eye of the Tiger on repeat.
yeah,
There's
different languages, instrumental, DJ remix.
there are so many phrases that you can make fit that song. Like, I just want to put them all in it.
Just see what happens.
just throw the words at it.
Oh snap! It's Nick.
Hey Nick,
Oh, boy.
Hey, it's Nick.
how you doing, guy?
He missed out on the wonders of parenting.
Yeah,
I feel like
That's-
he had it worse than us though, because he's got a boy.
yeah.
I'm gonna have a cat. That's about it.
I mean, that was my plan for the longest time. It worked out pretty well. I remember those being happy days.
I wonder if this is a thing. I think it's.
Now I just kind of have a cat that can talk and
I have a talking cat.
is really cute and, can die. And I have to be careful to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
Try to send it to cat school.
It's all really similar. It's just, not
it's more hands-on.
a little bit more, way more litter detail. I'll tell you that much.
Wait, what? Where's my gun?
God.
Where's my wait? What?
I'm trying to find the quick way to explain this. There isn't one.
There isn't one.
Yeah, you had to be there. It was in the. I think it was in the oven last time we looked. Yeah, good luck. Nick says it's like a taken terrorist voice. Good luck. Good luck.
I didn't know you could. Where does this $2? I don't understand.
Did he just like make an offer? Like
It's fucking
I
cheeseburger
don't
money,
know.
Randy Bobandy.
this is $2.
I'm really curious how this whole thing works.
Fucking go get chips pop in the bar.
I don't really know what any of this does. I pushed the button.
It goes to your OnlyFan account.
Goes to the Googawatts.
It goes to Google Man.
Dad on dad violence.
This
Where
is
the
just
hell
the
is
nicest
my
model
God?
I've ever built, and I just can't stop looking at it.
What is it? Oh, that thing?
That's
That
pretty
pile of puss?
He's so cool looking.
Yeah, I think it's fucking sick.
I love Nurgle stuff. It's fun.
That looks like Wash City Heaven.
Oh, it was, man.
Highlight City Heaven.
I'm so pumped to detail this up.
It's a cool one.
I feel like Dad on Dad Violence is Macho's band, and this is his way of telling us to check out his SoundCloud.
This is our, we're
Dead on Dead Violence?
doing kind of a New York hardcore kind of thing. That's definitely like that's an Agnostic Front side project if ever I heard of one.
Right? All right, this one's about not cleaning your fucking room.
This
Dad, get
this
out of my
one's called-
room.
This one's called "Don't Touch the Thermostat."
Oh, the thermostat.
Don't touch the thermostat or you'll be out on your fucking ass.
Yeah, totally.
Understand, boys.
Contrast paints. Joel has a much more positive review of those than I do. So
Yeah,
you
I
might
did
ask Joel.
This is all contrast paint, baby.
I think they have limited use. I've
They
never,
really do.
I haven't jumped deep in, but from what research I've done, limited use.
You absolutely have to do a putty stippling something, add texture, however you do it, the glue method. It has to have something to adhere to, and it has to be very profound, because it won't look good.
Yeah, and like they don't work the way they're advertised. Like
Like
you're
I'm
not,
using
you just
black.
you can't just glob them on like they do in the videos.
Oh, no.
You gotta clean that pooling.
I mean, they just seem like a whole bunch of glazes. And
Yeah, that's what they are.
and-
They're just,
That's all.
they
it is.
and I-
they continued their glaze line to make weird glazes that are not true acrylic, so that they
Yeah.
could sell
'Cause
not acrylic thinner.
the weird thing
I
is,
like glazes, but I just don't like them being marketed as like a alternative to paint. You know?
I love like glaze painting.
Yeah, me too. I do
I
it
love-
constantly. I've
I'll
been
do a
doing
whole
it.
menu like that. And everyone I've noticed that does like the Citadel review video, all the people that do them are people that hate glazing. They hate really doing like that kind of shit. And then I watch people that do like masterful wet blending and like non-metallics with just blending and wet and shades. They're like, oh yeah, they're great. But they're not great for what you think they're great for.
Yeah,
I
they're
use
not good for their intended purpose.
Yeah. I like this. The Zaku I did was just very thin layers over time of just like putting it on and then wetting a brush, taking off recess, pulling, doing like pulling it off so that way there's a highlight shade to it, kind of thing, like a post shade.
Right.
And just, letting the contrast medium do its work in little crevices and shit like that. But it's a lot of just fucking it gets a cool effect for what I do and what I've seen other people do it. And usually even with like mini shit, people are just like, it's, I don't know, it's not for beginners.
Yeah, I think if you use their base coat and you're careful and you just put like one coat of everything on and you don't go crazy heavy, yeah, you can get a decent looking model that way. But you can use them for they're better suited for other things.
Yeah, I just I don't know. I love glazing. It's one of my favorite techniques. Like it's one of the best ways to unify tones on a model. Like I've been glazing down every highlight layer I do on this face this whole time. And that's what's making all these different flesh tones look nice together. But like it's also like 5 different colors of paint on here in between those glaze layers, it's like you can't just use them by themselves and expect them to sell any kind of effect other than I'm lazy.
Yeah, and the cool one that I'm kind of stoked to try is the Ammo shader ones.
Yeah.
Those are made because Amos never really have a glaze line. They've had these, which are that's the wrong one. They have these, which is like their clear line. It's fine, like it's like a little wash, or if you spray it, it can be a nice little filter. But they came out with they took pretty much what people using contrast and being like, oh, they're fine, but for this purpose, they took that formula and they're marketing as like they're not an entry level paint at all.
Right.
It is a wash, glazed paint, and their formula is a little different. It's for like flat surfaces and shit too, which is rad.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what like a glaze isn't supposed to be a wash. It's like a filter,
Yeah. So they have a sale. They have a sale going on. They're donating like I don't know, like 10-15% or whatever profits to pieces, and they're doing a 15% off whole store.
Cool.
Man, why you gotta tell me that? Why do you have to tell me that?
Because I mean, it's cool, and they even send you like a little certificate of like, hey, you bought shit, supported a company, and we donated shit. Like, I always fuck with Ammo Hardcore. I know there's like a lot of weird things between them and AK, but like Ammo has always been on like that supportive shit, especially with Mig's wife passing. Like, that was fucking
Nick's just going off on Glazes in the chat.
Johnny Glaze.
Glaze dog.
Hey, Glaze baby. All right. I'm trying to see what is next.
Joel, I'm sorry I put you on the spot, and now I've got you doing stuff that you're not used to doing.
Yeah, right. Sitting here just like, oh fuck.
Justin's model is no longer gray, and now there's orcs. And Cupcake appears to have turned into somebody else.
Hey, I'm Cupcake Mecha. Have you seen those Power Rangers?
You talk really fast and bum you out a little bit.
Here to make everyone sad.
Ah, in your defense, Kyle, this model was never actually gray. It just that's kind of the color balance thing going on right now. It was a very pale green. But now you understand the power of washes.
Now you know.
Now you have learned.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
How fucking dare you?
Who do you think who do you think you are?
Fuck you are, I am. All right, we're gonna go over this weird copper. He
What
based this
gives
thing
you the
on
right?
copper. I don't know why.
Yeah.
He always painted things fucking weird.
Yeah, the guys that have the Titanic collections usually seem to have the most interesting approaches to color theory.
I've been trying to just figure out because this is the one that he did. This is I usually go off this one for reference because he painted it. And it's like I also got a painted Necron and Orc army if I ever make the insane decision to play this game. Probably not. What I might do is actually debase them and make a huge fucking diorama of his painted models with my big battle scene or something.
Right.
But, this is a pewter one and fucking it's great. He did fucking I mean it's not pro or anything, but just knowing that he did this especially at a late age, it's fucking weird to sit here and look at it kind of thing. And be
I get you.
Dog. That's why I keep it on my desk because a little bit of inspiration with a picture of Nick Macho Models right next to it. It's fun.
It says, "Yo, dog, you've been the list."
You've been. What's up, Macho Models? This is my miniature prank show. You got glazed. Just goes around dumping glaze on people's models randomly.
This is that early 90s recipe of Lamenter's yellow. Let's see if you can tell the difference.
Let's see what happens. Oh, I think that's this color. You got glazed. Get fucked.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Raikyon just jumps out of a closet and destroys you. Whoa, whoa,
Whoa, whoa. I'm the glazed man. Dude, I was watching fucking CK the other day and I was like, why do I know
man.
all the words the mustard man?
Oh, but you do.
The mustard mayhem. I wanted to the Trantor band we have, which we're doing a Biohazard song, by the way. We're doing Punishment.
Sweet.
So I've been trying to get my fucking New Yorker fucking macho wrestler man voice going
Macho
on.
wrestler man.
Yeah, man. That's what he looks like. He looks like a wrestler. They're fucking vocalists.
Yeah, it's true. They all look like they could like fight God and stand a chance of winning.
Yeah, it's insane. But I was like, oh man, we gotta do CKY. He's like, what? I was like, oh, never mind. There's like, I was like, you're gonna watch it now and just be like, nah, it's not that good. You had to grow up with that shit.
Man, Nick's on a fucking roll.
Got glazed.
Mustard not glazed.
You need to make this a thing, man. I will 100% support it. I'll do karaoke of Mustard Man in public. I don't care.
Went to school and I finished last. Choked a little on that one, Phyllis. Sorry.
God, the best one was like discovering the Skeletor versus Beastman joint, and then like showing my dad, thinking like, "Oh, you like He-Man? You'll think this is funny." He's like, "Why does Skeletor have a dildo staff? Like, what the fuck's happening here?"
I see. I've made a terrible mistake.
I was like, "Oh yeah, it's a funny thing. They're skateboarders." He's like, "Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense."
Did he just light that rental car on fire? He did.
Oh wow.
Totally did. I hadn't looked at it from that perspective. I'm fucking this up on the internet.
Yeah,
Everybody's
what
watching.
is that?
Everyone is watching you fail.
Everyone's judging right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit.
Movie theater condiment. This is just butter.
That would actually make sense with the consistency I just got out of the last layer I just put on. So, okay.
I need to find my wet palette. This shit's not flying.
Behind the
I'll send
scenes,
you mine to the screen.
Shit.
but behind the scenes, I'm gonna airbrush this thing as
Pass
soon
it over,
as.
Doc. Give me
I
that
got
wet
you.
palette.
I got you, homie. Here you go.
Oh,
Be
shit.
careful. It's a little full.
Ah!
I was doing so good there for a minute. Ah, well. Citadel moved to sucrose. Kyle, there was definitely some dilution going on there. I usually mix in brush loads of water before I hit anything. Once in a while, I'll use like a full strength wash, but that's only if I'm using it as like a toner. There we go. Well, it doesn't look like much at the moment, but everything is actually going according to plan, except for the face.
That looks dope.
Oh, there ain't shit going on here yet.
God damn. That's the weird thing about minis. They look fucked until you finish them.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. You're just like, I swear to God, I have an idea of what I'm doing here. Please trust me.
I bought a video tutorial series by Calamity. Some guy shot, and it's like 9 parts, and each part is like an hour long. And I'm sitting here watching him weather this model. I'm like, this looks fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's just
You get-
busted until the last 5 minutes, and then
You get to like hour 6, and you're just like, oh.
I see what you did there.
That's what that's for.
You
It's always-
tricky son of a bitch, Luca.
Yeah, it's always weird. Like, at least like Gundam shit, like it only looks weird like before you prime it. That's about it.
Yeah.
Except for doing the hand painting shit. It look also like right now, this Zaku looks fucked until I do the washes and everything. To me, it's weird.
It's like super chalky looking.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind
Once
of
you put a wash on it, it's done.
yeah. Well, now I'm gonna do a little oil somewhere, like in the where the arm was ripped off and like the pipes and shit. But yeah, it's just literally it's gonna get that, and then once that's dry, it gets a wash and it's done. Oh, let me show you this though. This one I think it's done drying now from the oils. But check this shit out.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I like that dusty look. What is that? Is that oil?
It is. Oh yeah, this is actually another contrast paint joint. This was originally black, and then I zenithal primed, so with mainly black gray and then off white. And then I wanted to do like left outside Moss Isley Cantina droid, fucking left it for there ever. No one fucking pays attention to it, kind of thing. And did a weird mix. I used the contrast medium, which is just flow improver. I don't have any flow improver, and I used
It's a $20 bottle of flow improver.
yeah, no, I mean, now granted, I'll be transparent. I didn't pay for any of my shit. My locals like, here, you can try it. Do something with Gundam with it, and I did, and it was fun. I used this. This is Army Painters, but with their Disney Star Wars label of Tusken Raider tan, mixed with a little bit of white, contrast medium, slopped it all over, and then did a very time-consuming, like not just like dumped a bunch of oil on it, wiped it off, and called it a day. I did like to stay with the zenithal theme, like heavy in certain areas, and then actually I bought on Amazon a fuck ton of these just like shit brushes, different sizes, but they're for like hobby painting or whatever they market. They're like $10. You get like you get like 100 or something. 100 or something, you get a fuck ton. I just bought another one. I'm trying to find it.
Did I show you this?
I don't know where it went. God damn!
Look at that visor. I weathered the visor.
Dude,
Nice.
yes. I mean, yeah, you should. Like the whole thing's weathered.
I'm
Kyle,
super
Kyle,
hard.
just because you asked, Kyle, I am using full strength wash on this right now because I'm using it as a toner. I'm trying to actually cast this blue that I did in a super black. So I'm kind of using it as a glaze more than a wash, but I'm using it full strength because it's a lot denser that way.
I
Anyway.
use Able, whatever you pronounce it, white oil, the Snow White oil, their metallic gold oil, and then my favorite one. It's not the Starship Filth, but it's the engine grease oil. It's like
The Starship Filth. They're just like, yeah, let me cover my whole model in.
well, yeah, you're not. That's oh god, that's not how you're supposed to. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but like, it's not.
That's not how it's intended to
That's
be.
not how it's intended to be. Because if that's the case, they would give you a fucking huge goddamn tube of that shit.
Right.
Because,
Yeah.
like, yeah, like, here's a gallon of oil wash. You're supposed to use it pretty light. So what I did with this was like the is it Max that does the dot oil streak down thing? I don't fucking know. I did that thing and just like streaked it down and then did all the little like in the recesses where it's like in the droid arms and the eyes, and like where the personality chip goes in, like all that by hand. But I also discovered like all this chipping on here.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know if that's showing up or not.
A little bit. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. You can see it.
That wasn't by hand or anything. My dumbass was putting oil on top of acrylic, but it dried just like I got to figure out the time again because it actually fucking worked out because I was wiping the shit off, and I was in a sense dry brushing and hitting all the extruding corners and bits that would be damaged in quote unquote Star Wars real life. And so and because I did a zenithal highlight on top of a black layer, it actually did this kind of like black and white gray multicolored chipping to where all I need to do now is just go over it with tiny little rust or grime or whatever, and it's done. It saves me hours worth of chipping.
Yeah, I mean putting oil over acrylic in and of itself actually isn't a big deal because neither oil or oil thinners are they don't chemically interact with acrylic paint, so it's not that big of a deal. The only risk that you run is if you're wiping a whole lot on acrylic that hasn't cured.
Yeah,
because it just tears, But in your case, that's exactly what you were hoping for, and it worked
I'm gonna
out.
do it. I'm gonna do it for everything. Like I found out the Tamiya thing, adding the texture to shit. It's like a cheat way of helping me hand paint because I really enjoy hand painting. If I want to airbrush,
I do too.
I want to do Safubi toy airbrushing where it's like it doesn't matter where it's. I mean, it does, but like I can be crazy and wild with it. But yeah, now I found out that's a thing. I was like, fuck, I kind of want to do this with. I'm gonna do it. With
Oh,
Nacho.
Joel, while you're talking about the Safubi stuff, can you source me some of that stuff so that I can my best friend is kind of like interested in it.
Like collecting or painting?
Painting. He's
Yeah.
I've been trying for years to get him to paint stuff with me, and he's just not really into it. But he's a big, yeah, he's local to me.
Hold on.
And he's like super into Godzilla.
Sweet.
So
I already like this person.
yeah, he's the best. And I told him I'd help him out.
So I all the ones that I've been repainting are just Bandai, you know, $10-12 Safubi toys. They're mainly in Japan, and we got them very briefly here in the States. And that was pretty much about it. I'll send you this because I bought a bunch of these. Because after I did the weathered one, someone wanted one where it was kind of like the one I did recently, which is silver and blue and shit.
Mhm.
And then if it was in Walmart and I saw it, I just grab it. It's fucking $10. I'll send you this one and a list of. I use SMS for everything. It's oddly enough kind of the same formula as V Color, which is a Japanese vinyl paint for Safubi toys. Like it's the paint to use for that kind of shit, but it's also $12 a pot.
Oh god.
And the pot,
Yeah, vinyl paint is a big deal.
they're Mr. Color size too. So and the toys are huge. I mean, you have to buy a lot of this shit. And I've kind of like everyone in that community is like, oh, what do you use? And I was like, SMS paints, and they're like, what? Never heard of that. And I was like, yeah, I was like, they're acrylic lacquers, kind of like V Color, Monster Color, and shit. And they're like, what? And they're only, I forget, like $5 for a big fucking pre-thin pot. So I'll send you the Mecha Godzilla to give to him, and then from there, I mean, all you really need to do it is just an airbrush. Kind of same thing like Gundam. Get a black underlay, put some white over it, and then put your fun pearls and crazy vibrant colors shit on there. And
Well, I got all that stuff already, so
yeah. So yeah, you're set.
Cool,
I got this
cool.
orange.
so I can guide him once this whole thing's over.
Yeah, I got this crazy vibrant orange I'm gonna try out, and then I'm gonna have some fun with a Mothra, and do this glow in the dark. Because Scott released this, he did this glow in the dark paint, and I haven't seen anyone really use it.
I didn't know it came out.
Yeah, I didn't either until like I saw on the site when I did a little re-up through USA, and I saw it and I was like, oh fuck, that'd be cool to do a Safubi that goes in the dark because you don't need a lot of it. And so I told him I was doing it. He's like, fuck yeah, dude. So I want to see that shit. But yeah, Safubi shit really cool. Being a painter in it is way easier than being a fucking caster and sculptor and maker and shit. And it's a really cool. Like I've only been, I wouldn't say I'm even like, in that, hobby community, whatever you want to call it. Just the people that I met locally or in Asheville, North Carolina, the Designer Con. And it seems really cool. There's almost everyone that make blanks or whatever. They're more than glad to say, "Oh, you paint? Here's a blank. Have fun, do whatever you want with it, and just you can sell it. You can do this. It's not like a really competitive secret hobby at all. It's fucking.
That's cool.
That sounds really neat.
I mean, it's a bunch of punk kids. It's a bunch of punk and metal dudes. It really is. It looks like a fucking like punk swap meet or some shit. And it was really cool because like you go in there and it's you're not. I mean, no offense to anime nerds, but you're not dealing with that kind of crowd. You're dealing with a crowd that's like, yeah, I like anime once in a while. It doesn't make my whole entire lifestyle. And they're just, they're really just down to earth and a bunch of fucking weirdos and shit. So it's a lot of fun. But yeah, that shit's fucking cool, man, because you can find all kinds of crazy blanks. And it's one of those things too where if you truly enjoy it and you want to do it like as a thing, like it's something you do as commission work or whatever, even now it's a good little market to get into because everyone's there because they're either selling a product or painting products to sell. So it's not like a weird thing of like people trying to make money off of their hobby. That's what the expectation is that you're coming in there to make cool shit to sell to your friends. It's a self-sustaining kind of thing. There's people there that drove all the way from New York and they only had like 3 figures to sell and they were able to sell enough to make a profit and go back home. Like it was fucking rad. Everyone wants to support each other. They all understand like we're all in some varying degree. They're very new or very experienced and everyone has their roles in it. And it's a good fucking little weirdo community. And it's like, I'm getting really excited about it for sure. But yeah, I'll send you this. This is my first one and it was a lot of fun to repaint. It's easy. I mean, it's just silver. So you can do whatever the fuck you want with it.
Yeah, I'll pass that along. Maybe he'll get into it. I can convert him into a hobby nerd like me.
Dude, hobby nerds are the best, man.
One of my
Shit's fun as
coworkers
fuck.
got super into those things. He had this guy that he just constantly hired to make him little customs. Like he made him a Max. It's
What?
like, yeah, and it's awesome. I'll see if I can get him to take a picture of it for me. I'll send it over. It's fucking great. Like the guy charged him practically nothing because like every time he'd like hire him, he was just like, "Oh, that's a great idea." I want to do that.
Yeah, it's something like you eventually down the road you end up making anyways, kind of thing.
Right.
And the cool thing is, like, it's not like if you show someone a Gundam, their first reaction is always just like, "Oh, that's a cool toy," or shit like that. When you show people that like designer toys and like Safibi shit, they're just like, "Whoa, like fuck," that's weird.
Yeah, it's odd how different of a reaction it elicits, but you're absolutely right. It does. Like they look at it more like, tiny artwork than they do like anything that we spend months and years making.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wish like Gundam shit was viewed like that. It was viewed like tiny little artworks. I mean, not like you have to be.
Some people do, but I think a lot of that stems from like what people expect out of the hobby.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Eventually, I think it'll get there. I mean, there's 2 sides of it. There's the collectors, and then there's this like the scale modeling side of it.
There's the collectors, there's the snappers, there's the toy players, there's the anime watchers.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of gangs here in Gundam Land. Who's you gonna sign with up, smart guy? You's gonna be for to say snap builder, huh? Gonna sit there with your boxes.
Yeah, Kyle, remind me. I'll send you a picture of the one that dude made. I wish I could remember his name. I'm sorry, I'm really rotten with those. But I'll get my buddy to take a picture of what he got from him and send it around to anybody that wants it because it's fucking cool.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that joint.
If that dude's still working, it'd be nice to get him some extra work out of everybody that saw it. I always kind of wondered how you make those things too. Like,
oh boy. So there's no one in the States that makes them.
really?
I mean, there's a handful, but
I mean,
they
this
make it
guy
themselves.
does like he makes it. I don't know how.
Yeah, there's very little shops that will make other people's stuff. There's plenty of people that know like that make it at home and they'll make like a small run and shit, but like
Right. That's what
it's actually kind of I don't want to say a respect thing. It's kind of like a culture thing. There's like 5 shops or something like that in Japan that everyone goes to, and it's literally mom and pops, and all they do.
That's just their thing.
It's just their thing. There's a really cool YouTube. If you look up how to make Safibi Japan or some shit, there's 2 dudes that did a trip to Japan, and they were able to actually visit the people that were making their their toys and film the whole process. And it's this big, huge pressure casting machines, and it's a
No,
whole art form and shit. And it's rad as shit to see.
I've been putting you off long enough. You're right. Hang on. Fellas, I am
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh,
I've
you're
been,
good. I was just about to ask if you guys wanted to wrap.
I'm
I gotta do a podcast here in a second.
okay. I'll be right there, babe. I mean,
Please let us know how the stairs go.
yeah. I mean, you'll be seeing soon enough.
No pics from the ER, please. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you guys hung out in the chat, I appreciate all you guys. And thanks Joel, thanks Jacob and Phil for hanging
Yeah.
out.
Thanks for
Oh,
letting me
yeah.
hang out. I want to do it again. Hopefully, after I figure out how to make my camera work. Sorry,
Absolutely.
Yeah, same.
kind of embarrassing. But thanks to everybody for hanging out. It was cool to chat.
All right,
Yep.
I'll see you guys.
Later.
Be good.